OpenClaw works great right out of the box, but the real power comes from skills, plugins that teach it new capabilities. There's a whole library of community-built skills that you can browse. Just ask the bot what skills are available, or show me popular skills. You can also browse ClawHub directly. That's the official skills marketplace. There are thousands of skills covering everything from productivity tools to smart home control to development workflows. The installation process is different for each skill. Some are simple, some require setting up external accounts or credentials. But here's the key thing. You don't need to figure it out yourself. Just find a skill you want and ask the bot to install it. It'll walk you through whatever steps are necessary. The skill most people install first is GOG. It connects OpenClaw to your entire Google Workspace, Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Sheets, Docs, etc. Let's set it up. In Telegram, let's install and set up GOG. And here, it's actually thinking I'm talking about the GOG gaming platform, so let's clarify here. Sorry, I meant the GOG Google Workspace skill. And after a few minutes, we can see that it already went ahead and installed it, but now we need to add some credentials. These credentials will allow us to actually connect to our Google Cloud account. So it says to go to console.cloud.google.com. If it provides the link, go ahead and click on it. Otherwise, you can just enter that URL directly in your browser. We'll land on the Google Cloud page, and you might need to agree to some terms of service and potentially log into your account. We'll go ahead and click Select a Project in the upper left, and then say New Project. Let's give the project a name. We'll call it OpenClaw, and then click Create. You'll get a notification saying the Create project was successful. Go ahead and click Select Project. And now we need to enable our APIs. So on the left side, click on APIs and Services. And then in the top of this page, click Enable APIs and Services. You'll want to go through and enable APIs for any of the Google tools you want OpenClaw to have access to. So I'll go through and enable the APIs for Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Sheets, Docs, and People API for contacts. I'll show you how to do one of these, and then you can do all the rest on your own. Here's Gmail. So we'll search for Gmail. It prompts us with Gmail API. We'll select that. Then we'll click Gmail API from the list. Then click Enable. Great, we've got one. So we'll click back. We'll click Enable APIs and Services. And then repeat this process for each of the additional apps. All right, we've jumped ahead into the future here, and I've gone through and enabled all of those different APIs. If you scroll down the Enabled APIs and Services page, you can see all of the different APIs that you've visited and enabled with the purple links in the list below. Now we need to create some credentials. On the left side of the API and Services page, click on Credentials in the menu. Then at the top of the page, click Create Credentials. Then select OAuth Client ID. If it tells you that you need to configure your consent screen first, go ahead and follow that process by clicking Configure Consent Screen and click Get Started. First, we'll give the app a name. We'll call it OpenClaw. And then from the dropdown, select your user support email. This can just be your email. Click Next. Next, for audience, select External and click Next. For contact information, you can just enter your email address again, then click Next. Then click the checkbox to finish and continue, and click Create. Okay, now in the upper left hamburger menu, we can go back and select APIs and Services, and then click Credentials. Again, click Create Credentials at the top, and click OAuth Client ID. Select Application Type, and then select Desktop App. And you can give your app a name. We'll call it OpenClaw. Then click Create. Next, download the JSON file it provides. And then click and drag that JSON file into Telegram and send it to your bot. Now the bot says the credentials are stored and it needs to authorize our account, and it asks for the Gmail address, so I'll provide the one we used. It'll provide a link to click to authorize the account, but before you do that, read through the entire instructions. This is important. It'll try to redirect to localhost and fail to load the page, and that's the expected result. So what we're going to do is copy the entire URL from the address bar and paste it back here in the conversation. All right, having read those instructions, let's click the link. We'll choose the account. We'll copy this URL and paste it back in Telegram. Here it says the app is in testing mode, so we'll need to add this email address as a test user first. So we'll click to go back to Google Cloud Console. Log in. In the upper left hamburger menu, select APIs and Services, and then select OAuth consent screen. From here, we'll click Audience on the left side. Scroll down to the Test User section, click Add Users, and then enter your email account. Click Save. And now we'll try the authorization again in Telegram. Test user added, let's try again. All right, again, click the Authorize Google account link, open, select the account, and it'll say Google hasn't verified this app with the big button saying back to safety, but we want to actually click Continue. We're the developer, so there's no need to worry here. Next, click Continue to allow OpenClaw to have access. Click the checkbox to select all, scroll down, and click Continue. Now here's a localhost issue that was described to us. So here, go to your address bar, copy the entire address, return a telegram, and paste it in. All right, and now we've got a success message. Google is all connected to our bot, and it has access to be able to work with any of these tools on our behalf: Gmail, Calendar, Drive, Contacts, Sheets, and Docs. So let's put it to work. Let's try a quick test. We'll say, what's on my calendar for Thursday? And it found that I have lunch with Tim scheduled. Ooh, but that's actually not going to work. I need to reschedule with Tim for Friday. So let's say, oh, I actually can't make that. Please change that to the same time on Friday and send Tim an email apologizing. I have to spend that whole afternoon building automations with my OpenClaw bot. It sees that there's an email in there, and yeah, that's actually a test email. So we'll go ahead and say yes. And it's done. So let's check out the calendar real quick. Sure enough, the appointment's been moved to Friday. And if I check my test email account, I can see there's an email that it sent to Tim saying it's really sorry, but I need to spend that afternoon building automations with my new AI assistant. This is great.